from the current state, okay, if the event has occurred in time t1, okay, and in time t2, what could be the event that can happen? Okay, so towards the forward prediction also, you can make use of Markov model. Okay, so this Markov model is going to make use of finite state transition diagram. Okay, where from the current state, you will be having a transition probability. According to the transition probability, okay, from the current state to the next state, okay, the movement will be available. Okay, so this type of Markov model is like a finite state measure. That means it is not going to be some non-discrete form. It is purely a finite and discrete model. Okay, so now what are the properties of Markov model we have seen? Okay, so this is going to be state diagram, state X at time T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Okay, so the state transition is going to happen from state 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5 based upon the transition probability. Okay, so for example, if there is an event that going to happen, okay, in the state at the time t1, okay, the initial probability to initiate the entire event to happen, right, that is called as initial probability. That is usually represented by pi. Okay, so pi is going to be the initial probability that will start the given transition diagram. Okay, see, for example, if I give over here, the event X happen at time T1, the initial probability will be given. Okay, that is the initial probability pi. Okay, and if you have two different event to happen, you'll be having two different initial probability. Okay, when you have one or two or three, it will be having some initial probability pi, okay, whose entire summation of the probability value will be equal to 1. Okay, for example, if the weather is going to be hot or cold, okay, for if I want to fix the initial probability pi, okay, the initial probability of weather being hot is going to be 0.6. Okay, just I'm assuming. Okay, and the remaining value 0.4 is going to be the initial probability for the weather to be hot. Okay, it is hot and cold. Okay, 0.6 and 0.4. Okay, so that is the initial probability that we have seen. Now we have seen about how to draw the build up, how to generate Markov model. Okay, and then we have seen about hidden Markov model. Now, if you are given all the observed states, okay, if today is going to be a hot day, okay, and it is going to be windy, what could be the set of activities a person can do? Okay, those are all observed data. Okay, now using this hidden Markov model, okay, from current state to the next state, there is going to be transition probability. So that is a normal Markov model. Now, hidden Markov model is if you want to identify and discover some unobserved hidden states, then you can go for this, you can make use of this hidden Markov model. So what is the, if it is going to be a normal Markov model, the state diagrams will be like this. Okay, so there will be state from T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. So it will move on to several states. So even your Markov model will look like this also. It is possible like this also. See, from state A11 to A2, 3, 4, 5, like that, it is going for different state. Now, events are happening, okay? Several events are getting happening, and we are observing several events. This is going to be a hot day. This is going to be a cold day. The next day is also a cold day. Okay, so these are all what? These are all the observed states that we are getting from the data that we have. Okay. Now, based upon these states, what are all the activities, what are all the possible observation that we could observe which are behind the um, actual task which is happening. For example, if it is going to be a hot day or cold day, or if it is going to be cold day, there are several another set of events that are correlated, that are associated with this actual states. Those are all called as possible observation. Okay, these are all called as possible observations. So, if it is a hot day, okay, the transition probability based on that, it will be moving on to the next state. Okay, these are all state transition probability. A is going to be the state transition probability. Now, based upon the states, how this possible observations can be obtained. Okay, that is called as the output probability. If it is a hot day, okay, a person will go for shopping. Okay, if it is a cold day, the person is inside the house. Okay, if it is another day, the person is going for out for shopping. So these are all the possible observations that we have. What is the probability for a particular state is getting occur, and what could be the possible observation we could expect to happen? Okay, that is called as hidden observation. Unobserved date, unobserved patterns can be identified using this hidden Markov model. Okay, I will show you an example, so that I think we have seen this in the last class also. Okay, so it is purely a probabilistic based method. I think we have come up with this weather guessing game. Okay, weather guessing game we have seen in the last class. Okay, I'll just make use of this. Okay, there is one person, Alice is there. Okay, this is the problem we have seen in the last class, and Bob is there. Okay, so they are having a communication with each other. They are far apart. They are just making use of the mobile phone to communicate with each other. Okay, Bob is doing some activities. Okay, what are all the activities? He is going out for walk. Okay, walk. Okay, and then he will go for shopping. Okay, otherwise he will not go out. He will simply clean the house. Okay, so these are all the three activities which are visible to us. Okay, Bob is communicating with Alice. Today I went for shopping. Bob is calling same Alice, and he is telling I went for walking in the park. Like that, he is telling the uh, weather condition to Alice. He is updating to Alice. Okay. Now, Alice has to identify what was the weather, what could be the weather condition, so that his activity can be, he is telling the activity. Based on the activity, Alice has to identify the hidden uh, um, condition, okay, hidden data, which is weather in the place where Bob is residing. Okay, Bob will not tell the weather condition about the um in his area, but Alice has to identify it. Okay, Alice will predict it. It can be done using this type of hidden Markov model. Okay, so the two hidden states are rainy and sunny. Okay, two hidden states are there. Only Bob will tell what was his activity. Now, um, Alice will predict. Alice will identify that unidentified data. Okay, based upon the activity of Bob. Okay, so now if you want to do such type of activity, you can make use of this hidden Markov model. Okay, first thing is what are all the states which is available. Okay, so you know what is the parameter of hidden Markov model. So dear students, you will be given a problem statement like this. Okay, and you will be expected to design the hidden Markov model. Okay, and you have to solve some simple problems. Okay, See here, your hidden Markov model will have the hidden states will be available. This hidden state is what? Hidden state is what is the weather condition, whether it is a day is a sunny day or it is going to be the rainy day. So this is the hidden data. What is the observed data? Observed data is he will go for walking, he will go for park, okay, or he will go for shopping, or he will stay inside and clean the home. So these are all the observed data. Now what we are going to do is you are going to design the hidden Markov model. You have to design the HMM. So how to do that? Okay, first you identify the states. What are the states? Rainy and sunny is the hidden states which is available over here. And what are all the observations that allies do get about Bob? He can go for walking, shopping, and cleaning. Okay, what is the initial probability? What is the initial probability? Pi is going to be the initial probability. So we have two initial probabilities are there. One is for rainy, it is going to be 0.6, and for sunny, it is going to be 0.4. So totally, it is going to be 0.6 plus 0.4, it is going to be 1. Okay, so the total probability will always be 1. Okay, now what is the transition probability? Transition probability means the hidden, based upon the hidden states, what are all the probabilities? It will be given to you. Okay. So the transition probability is if it is a rainy day, see if it is a rainy day, okay, what is the probability to be a rainy day? Okay. So transition probability is if today is a rainy day, the next day also raining day is equal to 0.7. Okay, if today is a rainy day and the next day is sunny, the probability is going to be 0.3. Okay, if today is sunny and the next day is rainy, there is a probability like 0.4. Okay, if today is sunny and the next day is also sunny, the probability is 0.6. So this is going to be the state transition probability for the hidden state. This is for hidden. Okay, now what is the observed data we have? The observed data is walking, shopping, and cleaning. Okay. Now, if you are based upon the observed data, okay, if you are plotting the matrix and placing the probability for the observed data, that is called as emission probability. Okay. So if you look over here, okay, if you look over here, okay, if you look over here, the emission probability is going to be today is rainy. Okay, if you look over here, the today is going to be a rainy day. Okay, and what is the probability that the person Bob will walk? Okay, the probability of walking is 0.1, 0. Shopping is 0.4, cleaning is 0.5, sunny is if the day is sunny, the probability that Bob will walk is going to be 0.6, 0.3, and 0.1. So this is going to be the emission probability which is given to you. Okay, so now you have to build the HMM model. Okay, how to build this HMM model? Initially, you will go with the starting state. Okay, so this is going to be like a state transition diagram. You have to start. Okay, so what are the hidden states that we have? So those states are going to get available in the initial probability. Okay, what is the initial probability that we have find? Initially 0.4 and 0.6. So that is given to you. Okay, so that is rainy and it is going to be sunny. Okay, and based on this, based on the transition probability and emission probability, we are going to draw this HMM model. Okay, you see over here, if the day is rainy and if the next day is also going to be a rainy day, the probability is 0.7. Okay, if it is going to be sunny and the next day is also going to be sunny, it is going to be 0.6. If the current day is rainy and if the next day is going to be sunny, the transition probability is 0.3, 0.4. So these are all based on transition probability. Okay, based on transition probability, you will find out. Now, what are these conditions? These are all the observed states that we do have, which is communicated between Alex and Bob. Okay, so now based upon the emission probability, you have to connect these, connect the states and the observations. So if it is a rainy day, what is the probability that Bob will go out for walking? Okay, if it is a rainy day, what is the probability that Bob will go for shopping? So in this way, you have to connect all the possible transitions which is possible, which is given to you. Okay, so this is the first task. The next task is you might be identifying some probability values based upon some sequence of observations that we have in the current situation. Okay, so that can be done using forward algorithm. Using the forward algorithm, you can do that. Okay, see, I'll take a small example. Okay, it is going to be the problem is going to be ice cream problem. Okay, what is this ice cream problem? If it is a hot day, so this is going to be the states that we do have. It is a hot day or it can be a cold day. Okay, so if it is a hot day, okay, the number of ice creams, okay, a child is going to consume is going to be the observations. Okay, so these are all the states. What is the state? Hot and cold is the state. Hot and cold is going to the state. What are all the observations that we have? If it is a hot day and cold day, what is the probability that a child will, how many number of ice creams a child will consume? We have three states: one ice cream, two ice cream, and three ice cream. Okay, so this is the problem which is given to you. So based upon some particular observation sequence, you have to compute the probability that what is the maximum probability this particular sequence to occur in the future. Okay, that is called as HMM forward algorithm. Okay, that means based upon the current observation of events that we have, okay, we are going to predict what could be the possible sequence we can expect in the future. That is the for doing this process, we are going to make use of an algorithm called as forward algorithm. Okay, so you see over here, you have to compute the two matrices. Okay, so this in this way you will be expecting, you will be given some scenario. Okay, states will be given to you, and transition probabilities will be given to you, and observations will be given to you. You see over here in this, what is the observation? The child can take one ice cream. Okay, the probability is 0.2. Okay, the child will consume two ice cream. The probability is 0.4. The child will consume three ice cream. The probability is 0.4. Okay, in the same way, if it is a cold day, the probability of buying one ice cream is going to be 0.5. Okay, two ice cream is going to be 0.4, and three ice cream is very, very less, which is 0.1. So in this, what are all these observation probabilities? These are all emission probabilities. Okay, so you do remember one thing, you'll be given two probability. One is transition probability and another is emission probability. In between the states, we do have some probabilities, right? That is called as transition probability. These are all transition probabilities. Okay, and the probabilities that we do have with the observations are going to be emission probability. Now what is the thing that you need to do here is you have to build two matrices. First matrix is going to be transition matrix and another matrix is emission matrix. Okay, so we have two different weather conditions are going to be available. One is hot and another is cold. If it is a hot day, okay, what is the maximum probability that the next day also is going to be a hot day is 0.7. So this is given over here in our um, scenario itself. Okay, in our scenario itself, it has been given. So you have to give it over here: hot, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, and cold, cold. Okay, so for this, you have to build the first transition matrix. The next transition matrix is with respect to the observations. What are the observations? First day, one ice cream, two ice cream, three ice cream. Am I right? So if it is a hot day, the probability of buying one ice cream is 0.2. If it is another hot day, the probability of buying two ice cream is 0.4. So in this way, you have to build the transition matrix and emission matrix. Okay, so now what will be the form of hidden states that we can expect? Okay, so you see over here. Okay, I'm going to take three consecutive days. Okay, let me for example, I'm just assuming 3 consecutive days I'm going to consider. Okay, the first day can be a hot day, the second day can be a cold day, and third day is going to be the another hot day. Okay, and what is the observation on the day? How many ice cream a child has consumed the ice cream? Okay, so now if I'm going to take 3 days, 3 consecutive days, if I'm going to observe, okay, how to draw the straight transition um, diagram? Okay, so this is going to be day 1. Okay, this is going to be day 1, this is going to be day 2, this is going to be day 3. Okay, so what is the states that actually happen and what is the observations that we do have? Okay, so if I'm going to take this 3 days, what could be the total possible number of observation? The observation is 3. Okay, the observation is going to be 3. Okay, now what could be the number of possible number of states which may what is the possible combination of this three observation, which is going to be 2 power 3. So totally, if you're going to observe for 3 days, okay, it could be anything. Okay, it can be all the 3 days can be hot. Okay, okay, and then the first 2 days can be hot and another can be cold. The first day can be hot and another day can be cold. All the 3 days can be cold. Like this, how many combinations we do have? Totally 8 combination of observation we can have. Okay, so you have to you should not only focus on one possible combination, you have to check and you have to find out the probability for all possible combination of sequences which may arise. Based if I'm going to observe it for 4 days, see, if you're going to observe it for 4 days, what will be the possible combination? 2 power 4. So totally 16 possible sequences is possible. Okay. So now what we are going to do here is we'll solve a small problem. Okay. We're going to solve this problem. So you're going to find out the um possible hidden state sequence. Okay, they are given a hidden sequence. One is hot, hot, and cold. So this is going to be the sequence for which you are going to find out the overall joint probability. Okay, so you see over here. Okay, the question is you have to find out the joint probability. Okay, if you're going to find out the joint probability, okay, first you find out what is the probability of the hidden state sequence hot, hot, and cold. Okay, so you have been given this model. Okay, so you have been given this particular model. Okay, you have been given this particular model. Okay, for this model, this is the transition matrix, and this is the emission matrix. So both the state transitions and observations we have. Now, what is the question is, what is the probability, okay, which is unseen? Okay, so far we have seen about hot, 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 cold, hot. Like that, we have several observations we do have. If it is a hot day, it is 1. If it is a hot day, the probability is 0.4. Like this, we have this particular cases for first day, next day. Okay, for 2 days we can have we can easily predict this. But now our question of problem of interest is going to be what could be the possible hidden state sequence. Okay, if you are going to observe in the future as hot, hot, and cold. For this, what is the probability? That is the question they are asking. Okay, so already we have observed, like if it is a hot day, we know what is the probability for cold. If it is a hot day, what is the probability of the next day also hot, we know. If it is a cold day, what is the probability of next day is hot? If it is a cold day, what is the next day also going to be a cold day? If it is a hot, so this particular combination we do know. Okay, we already observed. Now our new observation is for 3 consecutive days, what could be the probability? Okay, that a particular child will consume the number of ice creams. Okay, so for that, what was the question they have asked? You have to compute the joint probability of this ice cream observation, and you have to find out the probability of one possible hidden state sequence. This hidden state sequence, what is the hidden state sequence? Hot, first day is hot, next day is also hot, and the next day is cold. Now, if there is a consecutive days like this, first day is hot, next day is hot, and the next day is cold, what could be the probability that that particular child will consume the ice cream? That is the common, that is the question that they are asking. Okay, so how to compute that probability? Very simple. Okay, see, if they are giving the probability value like this, okay, probability of 3 comma 1 comma 3, okay, that is going to, what is 3 comma 1 comma 3? If it is a hot day, what is the probability that a given child uh, will consume the ice cream? Okay, so if it is a hot day, what is the number of ice cream the child will buy? If it is a cold day, what is the probability that child will buy? Okay, so these are all the values which is given to you. So you see over here, they have given the observation 3 comma 1 comma 3 also in the given question itself they have given over here. Okay, now they are asking you to find out what could be the probability for this hot, hot and cold. Okay, so for finding that, very simple. Okay, so so what you have to do here is the probability of 1 comma 3 comma 1 comma HCH. So that is the hot, cold and H. So for that you have to find out the joint probability by uh, by individually you have to find out what is the probability of, see, this is going to be 1, this is going to be this is going to be what they have given HCH. Okay, HHC. Okay, what is HH and C? This is going to be 3, this is going to be 1. Okay, this is going to be 3, this is going to be 1, and this is going to be 1. So you have to find out probability of, okay, probability of 3 given H, okay, multiplied by probability of 1 given H multiplied by probability of 1 given C. Okay, so that is how you have to find out the joint probability. So now you just find out what is the probability of 3 given H. Okay, so you just go back to our problem of problem they have given. If it is a hot day, you see over here, if it is a hot day, okay, if it is a hot day, what is the probability of the child to consume 3 ice cream? It is 0.4. So that is the value of probability of 3 given the state is hot day. Okay, so for that, what is the value probability of 3 given H means what is the probability of being a child to consume 3 ice cream given a hot day? Okay, 0.4. Okay, multiplied by, okay, multiplied by probability of being a child to consume 1 ice cream given it is a hot day. The probability is 0.2. Okay, if you look into the matrix, you can find it out. Multiplied by probability of the child to consume 1 ice cream given a cold day. Okay, What is the probability? If you're looking over there, it is going to be some 0.3. I'm just taking some value multiplied by, you have to multiply it with the entire probability also. Okay, since it is a joint probability problem, okay, multiplied by probability of, okay, you see this particular example, the probability of 1, 3, 1 hot, cold, hot. Okay, we're going to find out the probability of 1 hot, 3 cold, 1 hot multiplied by, okay, you have to multiply it by, again, probability of hot, probability of C given H, probability of H given C. Okay, so you have to multiply, you make use of this joint probability formula so that you can find out the probability over here. Okay, so the probability value is 0.0024. Okay, so if today is a hot day, I'll just explain this. Today is a hot day. Okay, sorry, if today is a cold day, and if the previous day is a hot day, and if the previous day is the day before yesterday is also a hot day, the joint probability that the child will consume the ice cream for this particular combination of hidden sequence is going to be very, very, very less. That is 0.0024. Okay, so this is the joint probability, how you can find out the probability for some hidden state sequence. See, if you look over here, we know for first day and second day, but for 3 consecutive days, if you want to identify some unobserved data, if you want to identify some a hidden pattern which do exist in the given state transition diagrams, you can make use of this hidden Markov model. Okay, so this is one simple problem that you can find out. You have another algorithm also. Okay, anyhow, we are not going to solve problems over here using this algorithm. This forward algorithm, you can just look into it and you can solve the problem. What can be the form? What could be the problem you can ask using this forward algorithm is, you will be given this type of state transition scenario, and you have to build a state transition matrix, and based on this state transition diagram, you will be asked to find out what could be the joint probability for the observation which is possible for the hidden state. Okay, so we have another problem, another algorithm for doing this HMM to implement this, that is Viterbi algorithm. Okay, what is this algorithm is, they will compute the overall probability of a particular state to happen. Okay, and they will find out the Viterbi probability. What is the Viterbi probability is, if, for example, if a state is going to start from here, and if it is going to go with 2 different directions, there are several transitions are going to be there. Viterbi probability can be computed by taking the probability which could be most prominently expected to take. Okay, the highest next step probability will be identified. That probability is called as Viterbi probability. Okay, and they will draw this draw the state transition diagram using the Viterbi path. Okay, just like HMM model, here also Viterbi algorithm is going to make use of the probability. There in forward algorithm, we have seen about like transition probability and emission probability. But in case of here in Viterbi algorithm, they have used the overall probability and Viterbi probability. So how you will get this overall probability is by multiplying each probability with the old one. So it will be like a cumulative probability. We will be multiplying and they will find out the probability together. So the disadvantage of this Viterbi algorithm is there is a possibility that your probability value will be going beyond that given limit 1. Okay, so that is the only drawback with this Viterbi probability. So that you have to keep on normalizing your probability value to make sure that it is being normalized to 1. Okay, and with this Viterbi algorithm, you see over here they have solved the same using Python. Okay, using this Viterbi algorithm. Okay, so this Viterbi algorithm is also going to, we'll see one example, 3 activities: walking, cleaning, and shopping based upon the weather condition. Okay, so they have given the rainy state and sunny state. Now we have to find out the weather condition for the hidden state. Okay, so here also you see over here, I think this is the observation for forward algorithm only. They have given a start probability and they have given the transition probability. All these things are forward algorithm only. Viterbi algorithm, HMM model only this is. Okay, you see over here, in Viterbi algorithm, here they have given the example. The transition probability they have given, probability of rainy to rainy, rainy to sunny, and sunny to sunny, and rainy to sunny to rainy. They have given the probability, and then the observations that they have. Okay, they have walking, cleaning, shopping, and walking, cleaning, shopping. They have given. Okay, and Viterbi algorithm, so they haven't solved any algorithm. Anyhow, we'll see over here. Okay, so in Viterbi algorithm, they will find out the overall probability and Viterbi probability and Viterbi path. Okay, so based on this Viterbi path, okay, they are going to compare the existing states so that it can move and transit to the next state. Okay, that is Viterbi path. And most cases, the Viterbi will always predict. Okay, the next state is 80 to 90% accuracy. You can find it out in Viterbi algorithm. Okay, so anyhow, we are not going to solve any problem using Viterbi algorithm. We can focus only on this forward algorithm and HMM model. Using this HMM model, you just make sure that this Viterbi algorithm, what is the algorithm, what is the type of probability that we do have. Okay, that alone you can just you can go through it. Okay, so with this Markov model, we can make use of this Markov model in several applications, in cryptanalysis, in speech recognition, in pattern recognition, in activity recognition, in mission translation. Okay, this hidden Markov model in theory of computation, this is very familiar and famous place where you will study about this state transition diagram. Okay, so these are all the applications of hidden Markov model. So you based using this hidden Markov model, what you're going to do here is you're going to find the probability of some hidden states, some unobserved data. Its probability can also be inferred. Okay, so that is the thing you can infer from this particular hidden Markov model. Okay, so they think these are all some references they have given. Okay, so we'll get into here. Okay, I'll stop recording.